I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis. Let's start today's satsang. I will continue on my Bhagavad Gita satsang. In Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga, 20th verse.
न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्वेजित् प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढो ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्वेजित् प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्वेजित् प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः
न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्विजेत् प्राप्य च प्रियं निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मवित् ब्रह्मणि स्थिरः. Beautiful verse. Bhagavan very beautifully describing the qualities of being who is established in the highest consciousness. I'll give you the translation. One should neither rejoice on obtaining something agreeable nor shrink from something undesirable. He who remains steady in comprehension is not confused, knower of the Supreme, remains firmly established in the Absolute. Na pravrishyet priyam prapya nodvijet prapya cha priyam Sthirabuddhirrasammudaha brahmavit brahmani sthitaha. Why is Bhagavan giving the qualities of an enlightened being? Please understand. There are millions of qualities of enlightened being. If you listen, you will only feel the perspiration. But Bhagavan is choosing the qualities of enlightened being. The moment you listen, you will feel inspiration. The qualities of enlightened beings sometimes can make you feel perspiration, sometimes inspiration. Here Bhagavan is choosing only of those qualities which makes you feel inspiration. For example, yesterday night I saw a powerful downloading of Hindi was happening inside my brain. So I can hope maybe within next few months I am going to start speaking in Hindi. Please understand. If I describe the whole process, you will not feel inspired. You will feel perspired. It is a mind-boggling process. I could see very clearly. It is almost like a living postmortem. When I am alive, postmortem is being performed on me. See, if it is with anesthesia, it is surgery. No anesthesia, nothing. So that is why I am calling postmortem. Straight the divine is descending on the body. I am surprised because my thumb and toes were shivering so fast in such high frequency. I was wondering, what is the connection between Hindi getting downloaded and thumb and the toe shivering? I could not stop for a whole night. Then I looked in and tried to find what is going on exactly. Why is this toe shivering? I thought maybe because of cold, but it's not cold, it's really hot. Then why this thumb and toe are shivering? And I looked in, I saw huge live surgery is happening. Hindi is not just a language, it is a culture. So I was seeing my whole body language and everything was getting accommodated to that culture. Understand? No language is a language, it is a culture. The verbal expression of a culture is a language. Same way, if you learn Sanskrit, I challenge, you can never be an atheist. Because the Sanskrit is created for expressing the highest inner world experiences. The very technical terms, the words, you won't be able to grasp unless you master those concepts. Sanskrit is the verbal expression of spiritual culture, the Vedic culture. So each language is a verbal expression of certain culture. Just the verbal expression will not make you complete. The whole body language needs to be assimilated. I could see, along with Hindi, the body language of the North Indian Guru or the North Indian lifestyle was getting downloaded. Let's see how it expresses. But I want you to understand, if I explain the whole process as it happened, you will not feel inspired, you will only feel frightened, perspired. God, is this what enlightenment? Then I think better I will wait till my son gets married. Better I will wait till I finish my retirement. So many of the qualities of enlightenment makes you feel perspired. But Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, chooses very beautifully the qualities of enlightenment which inspires you. Qualities of an enlightened being which inspires you. Na pravrishyet priyam prapya, nodvijet prapya cha priyam, sthirabuddhi rasam modaha, brahmavit brahmani bhavati, brahmani sthitaha. One should neither rejoice on obtaining something agreeable, nor shrink from something undesirable. Please understand, this you can start practicing now. not next moment, now. If you look in, you are rejoicing with many things which is desirable and agreeable. You are shrinking from many things which is not agreeable for you. This moment you can say, no, stop. I am going to start living enlightenment. Here is a great master, Sri Krishna, giving me a powerful process and methodology. I'll start now. If I say, for example, if you are enlightened, any language which is required just gets downloaded into your system overnight, and your toe and thumb shivers very high frequency. Is it going to inspire you for enlightenment? You will only see. I know for sure one thing, I am not enlightened. You will only reconfirm your distance between you and enlightenment. Every time you reconfirm the distance between you and enlightenment, you are getting distance from you and your enlightenment. Please understand. Enlightenment is like God who is walking behind you. The moment you turn back to check or verify whether he is following you or not, he will disappear. There are many mythological stories in all religions where a person asks for God's help and God says, you walk in the front, I will walk behind you. But the moment you turn back to check with the doubt whether I am following you or not, I will not be there. Enlightenment is just like that. Every time you reconfirm your distance from it is more. You are really creating distance from it. If I talk about the language is getting downloaded into my system because of enlightenment, it is no way going to help you. I gave this example just to make you understand these things are not going to help you. That is why I am not even talking completely whatever has happened when the language was getting downloaded. But the words Bhagavan is uttering in these verses, the qualities Bhagavan is expressing in these verses, you can start practicing now. This moment you can feel the enlightenment is not away from you. Ihaiva, this moment you can feel enlightened, you can start living enlightenment. Na praharishyet priyam prapyanot vijet prapya cha priyam stira buddhi rasammodaha brahmavid brahmani stitaha. One should neither rejoice on obtaining something agreeable nor shrink from something undesirable. He who remains steady in comprehension is not confused. Knower of the Supreme remains firmly established in the Absolute. My translating team is doing a wonderful job. Even in English, they are maintaining the poetic meter. Even in the translation, they are maintaining the poetic sense of Sri Krishna. If Gita is translated into prose, it has lost Krishna's smell. It should always be translated as poetry. No Upanishad, no Vedic scripture can be translated as prose. All translations of all the spiritual scriptures should always be in poetry. Only then you will really catch the smell of the author. Please understand. Scriptures like Gita and Upanishad, you need to get into that space to translate, to comment. Gita translated the form of prose will be violent, will not carry the flow of Krishna's beauty, flow of Krishna's melody. I can say in every instruction to Arjuna, Krishna was flirting with Arjuna. Krishna never changed his quality of love, beautiful romance. People fight. Radha Krishna and Gita Krishna are two different people. The Krishna was romancing with Gopikas and Radha. The Krishna was teaching Gita in the war field. They two are different personalities. But Radha Krishna and Gita Krishna are not two different persons. Krishna is embodiment of pure love, untouched by any of the impurities like ordinary lust or fear or greed or anything. So only if you translate these words the same way, poetic meter, the same consciousness, you will get the grace of Gita. My translation team is doing a wonderful job by catching the grace of Gita. Understand just this too. Do not rejoice by obtaining something which you agree. Don't shrink by getting something which you are not desiring. You have started living enlightenment. Krishna is attesting. He is signing in your certificate. When he signs your certificate, nobody can stop you. I don't want to load too many words on this verse. It is such a delicate, beautiful word. This verse is like a peacock feather. I don't want to put too many stones on it. I leave the peacock feather as it is for you guys to enjoy it. Get ready. Close your eyes. Visualize you are a huge banyan tree growing deep roots into the earth, huge branches into the sky, with leaves, fruits. Let all your biomemories rediscover the intelligence to create prana, energy, directly from the existence. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.